Hello there, World of Tankers. I'm Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the strongest heavy in World of Tanks Blitz, which you can see, in my personal opinion, is the long and beloved Mouse. This is the heaviest tank in World of Tanks Blitz, weighing in at 188 tons. Now, that is literally like 68 cars stacked on top of each other. So this is a super heavy beast at that. And in today's video, not only am I going to be playing it live for you guys, but I'm also going to be telling you how I do personally play it, how to angle it, everything else like that. So you guys actually voted for this video in a poll. I really like doing these polls because you guys are able to connect with me. It's very simple, and it's pretty nice for me to be able to make content that you guys have personally requested. So I'm going to continue to do that. So of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you do want more content like this and you like it in general. But getting straight into it, I'm going to talk about the strengths and the weaknesses of the Mouse and why I picked it as the strongest heavy. So first of all, my opinion, as I said for the E50M video I posted earlier today, the definition of strongest heavy, in my opinion, doesn't mean, like the IS-4, where you've got the heat pen, you've got the mobility, you've got the armor, you've got the pretty much everything going for you in the IS-4. My opinion of strongest heavy is brute force. The Mouse is probably the most feared heavy if you're in any other heavy tank. It will push you out of the way, it will bully you, because that is the job of a Mouse. So that is why I feel, personally, it is the strongest heavy in Tier 10. However, it can be very easily taken out, where other tanks in other situations will be much stronger. Now, since that Object 263 was spotted over there, that means I don't have to worry about any tank destroyers behind me. Let's get a miss into the Chieftain Mark 6. One thing I will say about the Mouse that absolutely sucks is the accuracy. It's really one of the least accurate heavy tanks out there. And I don't want to be hit by that Mark 6, but we were. Probably right in the lower plate. Yes, we were. So we really don't have cover from our team right now, which is an issue. You can see I overextended, and I'm probably going to be shot by all of their tanks. There we go. Nice tap into the Chieftain there. I thought he was going to hit us in the side, but it turns out he didn't. So I'm going to try and side scrape against that VK. As you can see, did a pretty solid job. I would love to be able to push a little bit more aggressive, but we just can't right now. The enemy team's got us down to a T pretty good here. So we actually can't pen that VK90 whatsoever in the turret. Oh, actually we can. Perfect shell. But again, you can see that that Mark 6 just spamming premium shell after premium shell right into our tank. Our heavy tanks really didn't push up here, so this is where the vehicle kind of falls apart. I'm going to continue to wiggle it, do my best. There you go, another bounce on the vehicle. But yeah, my team really did not support me the most. As well, the Mouse does not carry the most accurate gun. In fact, very inaccurate. It's one thing that I don't necessarily like about the tank is how bad the shells are at hitting. But here we go, let's aim at that IS-8. There we go, nice tap right into the lower plate. So we're still getting out damage. Now, we've already gotten 1,200 out. I'm not too worried about that 263. Again, already 2,000 damage blocked in our tank here. And I'm going to keep blocking as many shells as my vehicle will let me. So I need to get past E75. You're blocking me. But let's get a nice... Oh, no, I thought we could pen with the standard shell, but it turns out we can't. Got hit by that 263, so not super fun right now, I will say, for my vehicle. But you know what? Let's see if we can get a standard pen right into the 263's turret. There we go. Did pen us back, but we have still, 800 more hit points than that 263. Just angle that turret, and this is the whole point of the Mouse, is while you might be penned, the 263 did pen us. At the same time, we penned him back, he's dead, and we still have almost 900 hit points left. We're still kicking, and that is the entire role of the Mouse. It's just to keep going and going and going. That Mark 6, yeah, it can bully us, it can pen us all at once, but it still can't take us out because we have so many hit points still, even after we've been hit so many times. Here we go. Let's tap that IS for 8 one more time at 2,700 damage now. I don't think we're going to win this game. I'm going to say that right off the bat. Like, I've tried my best here, but it really doesn't look like it's going to come out to a swell victory here. We've got the IS-8 who, once again, looks like he wants to pull out. So I would love to get one last tap into this not IS-7, the IS-8. So there we go. Even fired a premium round just to make sure that it would penetrate. Now we do have the VK90. But we've done our best. Like, this game we definitely did the best we could already. Let's get a nice little love tap in there. Can we pen the upper plate? Yes, we can. I actually didn't know that. So again, I'm going to try and angle the hull on the vehicle. Another nice bounce on the tank. Going to try and target that Leopard because, of course, the Leopard is an HE for me. So let's get a nice HE right into that tank. Again, oof, he did finish us off, but as you can see, we got out a very, very hefty amount of damage. While I didn't do the best at the beginning, we still were able to block quite a bit of damage. I'm pretty sure over 3,000 damage was blocked on our tank. Not only that, we were able to get out over 4,000 damage in this simple battle. So this was really a good game to show you all of the scenarios the mouse does well in. If you overextend yourself, it doesn't do the best. You saw me there overextend myself. I got hit quite a bit, lost about, I think, 1,000 or so hit points, which wasn't the best for me. But the difference is you have 3,180 hit points. That is almost 500 more than your IS-4. So we were able to get out a lot of damage. And a nice job to that VK. Actually going to give him more of the opponent, but we're going to do one more game of the mouse here. So the mouse, as I said, has a very inaccurate gun, also has terrible DPM. So getting out the damage in the tank does take a while. You saw that entire game we were only able to get out 4,000, where if we'd been in maybe an IS-4, we could have gotten a lot more out. However, at the same time, we bounced a lot more damage, in my opinion, than we would have in the IS-4. And as well, because you have so many hit points, you're able to trade with tanks. So let's say I see a Jagdpanzer in front of me. Now, I know that that Jagdpanzer's got 1,200 HP, and I've got 2,000, even though I've been hit 4 times. So the Jagdpanzer, you know, it'll take maybe 800 off with me, but I'll pull out, I'll take the trade, I don't care. He'll fire heat into me, so he'll take 640 off on average, I'll shoot him back, and I'll take 460 off him. So that's about 160 damage difference there, or about 180, should I say. That's really not the biggest difference when you think about it. 180 damage. I'm able to out-reload that Yag then on my second shell. When you think about it, you're really able to just pound out shells in this tank, able to take shells in. It's when people gang up on the mouse, that's when it kind of falls apart. But overall, I think that the mouse is honestly a great tank. Just that last game, we really didn't have a chance to win that. There were too many tanks, and we couldn't really do our part. But like that Object 263, we have almost twice the hit point pool of that 263. In fact, we practically do. So that 263 there, while it did shoot us, I think, 3 times, it was able to hurt us quite a bit. We were still very easily able to finish off that 263 and do our job. So here we go. I'm going to be pushing straight up here. I want to be careful because they do have 3 super deadly tank destroyers. And while the mouse's armor does do a great job, it doesn't necessarily hold up the strongest against, let's say, an E4. So there's the grill spotted. I would love to get an HE into the side of that grill. There we go, 551 damage, and that's a low roll. This tank does great damage when shooting at tank destroyers like that. So here we go. We have the T110E3. This is the tier 10 heavily armored American tank destroyer with a single shell. We're able to get out 500 damage, and that's because this tank has a very, very nice amount of average damage at 460. So let's finish off the grill. Or not. As I said, the mouse is extremely inaccurate, but the grill was taken out, which is always a very, very good plus. So now that the grill's taken out, we can start dealing with tanks maybe like this E50M. I want to keep an eye on like that E3 because, yeah, it's probably going to pen us in the turret. There we go. Nice HE in the roof. One little fun fact is when you can't penetrate a tank you're aiming at, just shoot HE at it, especially when you've got a larger caliber gun. So now we have the T110E4 we're up against. Let's just load a premium shell, tap him right in that turret, and as I've said, now, like, we still traded with this guy, but he's down to 700 HP, and we still have 2,400. So I am definitely on top right now on the HP. And then another nice, ooh, actually, that was a very, very sad bounce, but normally that doesn't happen. So I'm very tempted just to rush this E4, but at the same time, I really can't. But you know what? Let's just do it. Why not? So let's just let's tap this E4 in the turret. As well, the mouse, because it does weigh so much, that little tap there took 130 off this E4. So not only can you get out the damage, I can literally just load an HE shell and very easily tap him right in the roof. And there you go, another taken right out. So this wasn't necessarily the best game for damage. The last game showed you a much more visual way of getting out the damage, but I was still able to take shell after shell in this tank, and we did a pretty solid job of, you know, still getting out 2,400 damage. I pushed up there, did my job as a heavy tank, sort of distracted, and we did a pretty solid job. So, yeah, this is the mouse. I absolutely love the tank. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below of the mouse. Do you really like the tank? But I'm going to play one more game in it. Let's see if we can get one more 3,000 out. I like to finish off the day with a nice little 3,000 damage, and let's get that 66% win rate in it. But, yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me, if you disagree on my tank choice. Now, this battle is kind of a mix, because they have 3 tier 9 heavies, and they have 3 tier 10, or should I say 2 tier 10 fast tanks and 1 tier 9. So, the question is, should I push heavy route, or should I push medium? I'm going to push heavy because I think I'm in a mouse, and I should push heavy because it's probably the right thing to do, and even if the team doesn't all go there, I'm still going to push this way just in case they do. It's always nice to just smash through the Conqueror, the M103, the VK. And you know what, let's just hope that they're not the smartest of players. So we're going to find out. If worse comes to worse, this is like the worst scenario for a mouse, is when you're up against a bunch of tanks that push to the opposite side of the map. When you're in a mouse, you're not the quickest, of course, which means that you gotta really decide where you're going to go right off the bat. But good news for me, it looks like their heavies did push this way. That M103 seems to be stock. So I'm literally just going to drive out in the open. I'm not scared of them whatsoever. Let's get a nice premium tap right into that guy's turret. Again, I'm just going to angle the tank, you know, like literally, I'm not scared of them at all, to be honest. We got the Conqueror here. Like, this is the dream position for the mouse. Now, the grill is a threat. The other guys, not so much, but that grill is tapping us, which means I'm probably going to try and target that grill once I do get some nice shots on him. But right now, let's tap another shell into that VK, or not, you know. It's not like I wanted to pen that, but you can see 3 shells now slammed in the lower plate of my tank, and that's because the lower plate is the biggest weak spot. So that grill was right there. Let's get a nice tap right into that grill. That was actually a super, super high roll. Now this VK cannot pen me whatsoever in this angle. In fact, I can easily angle this turret however I like, and I'll be pretty fine. And then we can easily tap a shell into that over-angling VK. There we go, bounced it. Not only that, took off almost 900 hit points worth of damage. So this is where the mouse does the job correctly. It does the deed, because we still have a lot of HP left on our tank. Let's get a nice tap into that M103, and I would love to finish off that grill. Again, I'm going to try and angle it here. I don't want to be tapped by him. You can see the mouse has its weak spots, and like that grill, I really can't tap because, of course, he's doing the right thing. He's playing me dirty. Oof, that should not have bounced that guy. Or, not bounced. I don't know where that shell went, to be honest. But the grill is doing the right thing. It's playing correctly. It's you know, using the his excellent damage per minute to its advantage. So there we go. We got a nice tap into that grill. Gave him the element of surprise. So we still are out trading the grill. Even though we've been tapped almost 3 times now by the grill, he was taken out. We've still done our job of holding in the mouse here. And we're still at a pretty good job of bouncing shells overall. So here we go. Let's see if we can bounce another shell in our mouse. Nice little love tap there, and we're going to finish you off. So there we go. Still 400 hit points left, and we finished off this game with a very, very nice amount of damage added to our game. So let's see if we can get one little shell. We didn't get the last shell in there, but still very nice amount of damage. About 4,000, I think maybe 3,800 there. But it really showed that, yeah, you do get hit. Oh, 4,200. Maybe I got a lot of ramming damage. Oh, I also forgot about that fire. But the thing is, while the mouse doesn't have necessarily the best armor, you saw I was very, very easily penned. You only need about 290 millimeters to go through the cheeks. It's when you take shots, you're able to trade back. Like, I have 3,200 hit points. That was almost 800 more. Actually, it was about 800 more than that VK-45. So I'm able to take 2 shells in return while that VK is shooting at me, trade him back, and easily come out on top. So that's why I was able to receive 2 shells from the grill. I was able to pretty much receive a shell from everybody on the enemy team. Still came out on top and able to do a pretty dang good job. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, but I definitely am pro mouse all day, every day. But other than that, I hope you're all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.